I hope you kept that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pittsburgh guy here. I'm going to be doing a reaction, Dean Martin roast, Vincent Price roast, Bette Davis, and these are VCR tapes, VHS, whatever they call them. These are from my parents had them. I used to watch these with them as kids, and I didn't understand any of the jokes. I was like 7 years old, so I'm rewatching everything now since I'm much older and I have a different perspective to see how I react to it compared to when I was a kid. Because when I laughed as a kid, only because my family laughed that watched it. When they laughed, I laughed, but I didn't get the jokes because a lot of them were political and more adult, you know. So let's check this one out.
Thank you, Miss Haver. I think everyone will agree that Vincent Price is one of the most popular actors in our industry. Vincent got started in movies playing the Invisible Man, and I still can't see him.
He was the Invisible Man?
Ladies and gentlemen, a fine actor, Mr. Vincent Price.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you. I'm honored to pay tribute to Miss Bette Davis, the actress who became a Hollywood star the hard way. She wasn't naked. She wasn't black. She didn't even know Kung Fu. Kung Fu, Dean, that isn't an Italian curse, no. Now, tonight I'm here as one of Bette Davis's greatest fans, and I'd like to talk about some of her most memorable films. She made her first picture back in 1932. I was a child. It was called The Way Back Home. It didn't do too well at the box office until it was re-released under a new title, Sexual Freedom in Denmark. In 1934, she starred in Of Human Bondage, for which Bette was nominated for an Oscar. She played a woman of the streets who said to Leslie Howard, "Why, you dirty bleep.
No swearing.
You can take your bleeping money and shove it." And for that kind of language, she became known as the first lady of the American street. You know, Bette has always suffered in every picture she has ever made. When I appeared with her in Elizabeth and Essex, she gave up her beauty. In Dark Victory, she gave up her eyesight. And in The Virgin Queen, she gave up her hobby.
I didn't expect this. He's pretty funny.
But in 1950, Bette received another Academy nomination for All About Eve. This was a three-handkerchief picture. And in 1962, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane? That was a three-diaper picture. In this one, she appeared with her old friend, Joan Crawford. Miss Crawford has always been envious of Bette's voluptuous figure. As a matter of fact, Joan used to borrow Bette's bras to use for shoulder pads. And then in 1963, there was Hush.
He cracked up.
Thank you. Thank you, Letty Litton. But in 1963, there was Hush, Hush, Sweet Charlotte, and Bette Davis entered my field. Horror films, yes. But that's not new for you, Bette, because some critics have always found your pictures horrors. Yes, it's true that many reviewers have knocked Bette, but then that's how you measure a great star, by her knockers.
So there were a lot of little innuendos in there with like the shoulder pads, and you know, it was kind of funny. I love Vincent Price. I've always liked him. He actually was the voice in Thriller, the Michael Jackson, probably the greatest video of all time. And he's, I think he's at the end of it. I think he's at the end of the song. But anyways, I love these roasts. I'm going to do a lot more, so hopefully you come back for more.